Welcome to the Keeping You OnStage Podcast. Join us as we dive into the vibrant world of dance, sharing our insights and experiences while spotlighting the incredible talents within our community. Each episode features engaging conversations with guests who bring their unique expertise and stories to the table, enriching our understanding of this beautiful art form. Our motto, Keeping You OnStage, drives our mission to celebrate and uplift dancers of all backgrounds. Whether you're a beginner, a seasoned performer, or a passionate enthusiast, this podcast is your backstage pass into the dance world. Tune in and let's keep the spotlight shining bright. Welcome back. I'm your host, Hailee. Today's episode is just a little bit different. I get to sit down with someone who has been part of my story for a very long time, my husband, Colton. You'll get a little glimpse of what our home life is like with our toddler running in and out. Colton and I grew up in the same town, and we've known each other since sixth grade. This summer, we'll celebrate 18 years of marriage, and together we've built a pretty full life. 4 kids, 3 dogs, a gazillion goats and chickens, a horse, a couple of donkeys, and a whole lot of dreams we're still chasing. Today, we're talking about life, growing businesses together, raising kids on a farm, goals, and how the power of writing things down can truly change your future. Whether you're a dancer, a parent, or just someone trying to figure life out just like us, we hope you'll like what you heard today. Colt, welcome to the podcast. We're going to start here. We've known each other since 6th grade, actually 5th grade.
Yeah.
But we were in class together in 6th grade.
Yep.
In Mr. Boone's class.
Yes.
What do you remember about that time?
Honestly, probably a little too much. I remember a lot about 6th grade.
I do too.
But one thing of interest for your listeners would probably be that I actually tried to be Hailee's boyfriend in 6th grade, going into 7th grade. And she told me that it'd be better if I was boyfriends with her friend. So it tells you what she thought of me at that time. She didn't think too highly, but that's what I remember the very most. And then after the devastating heartbreak of me and her best friend, Hailee and I became boyfriend and girlfriend. Really in 7th grade.
She will tell you though that I stole you away from her if she's watching.
We'll have to give her a shout out.
I know.
It was but honestly, since 7th grade, Hailee and I have known each other, been boyfriend and girlfriend on and off. And since 8th grade, I knew that I was going to marry her. And from then on, we kind of just have done everything together, really.
Yeah. So, we still have a dollar bill that I wrote on in 2001. Honestly, I was just looking at it. We have it hung up in our office on our little cork board, but it was January 7th, 2001.
Yeah.
So like almost 25 years ago.
Wow.
What grade were we in 2001?
It would have been, 8th grade?
Probably.
Yeah. Wow.
And I think I'm pretty sure I said, I love Colton McSwain.
Yeah. On the dollar.
Yep.
So there we go.
Yep.
The rest is history.
Yeah. So, I mean, when you think about that 25 years ago, what goes through your mind?
Number one, that we're older. We're in the prime of our lives.
Yeah.
We're in a great part. But really, people laugh. But honestly, we knew we were going to get married back then. I don't know how we knew that, but we did.
Yeah.
And so much so that, and maybe we'll talk about this later, so much so that back in 8th grade, we were talking that at some point when we're married, we'd like to adopt a child.
Yeah.
And, that came to pass. We'll talk about that. But really, I just think it's just always been meant to be. So.
Oh, no.
We'll take a quick pause.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Which, by the way, you can see the white in my hair, which shows that we are 25 years older than that last time.
Mm-hmm.
But it also shows I need a haircut. Quick shout out to my nephew, Mario, who owns Vago Inc. He's coming to cut my hair at my house in his mobile barbershop tomorrow. if I could have had Mario here a day earlier, if I would have known I was such a special guest for this podcast, Mario would have been here for me yesterday to cut my hair, to remove all this white hair. But here we are.
Wowza. And our doorbell's ringing. It's probably that guy. He's coming to service the generators.
Oh my gosh. This is our life.
All right. Let's do this, babe. We're pushing through.
We are?
Yep.
Okay. Go eat your popsicle and show it to me.
Okay.
At the table.
So fast forward to now.
Okay.
2026. Now we're raising 4 kids, a whole lot of animals, and honestly, we have a ton of responsibility.
Yeah.
And to be honest, we've done it to ourselves. But why is it important to you that we raise our kids the way that we do on our farm with animals and hard work? Because they have a ton of responsibility. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I don't know. First of all, I wouldn't change anything we're doing. We joke a lot of times how we're gluttons for punishment. But in all reality, if we weren't working and building things all the time, maybe not literally building things, but businesses and kids and humans and animals, I think we'd go crazy.
Yeah.
But
wow, Johnny.
Wow. Cool, bud.
Come over here.
I think it's a great lifestyle for us, and it teaches our kids responsibility. There's the reality is on the farm, there's life, there's death, there's everything in between. And so our kids have learned how to really respect that and to deal and cope with certain things, but also just like all the dancers and stuff that you talk to and the business owners that you talk to and the people that come into the store, it's just a discipline that they have to master and to learn and to grow. So, none of our kids currently do dance. Max plays basketball and Lottie does tumbling and Joey does horseback, and we'll see what Johnny does. He might be tumbler too with what he does, but the farm is a staple for us so they can learn to work. They learn how to work hard, and then we try to do a lot of fun things. And yeah, I wouldn't change that. I think it's really important that we have that. I grew up having some of that. My parents would raise a couple animals to teach us to work. My grandparents had a farm and taught us how to work that way. But we were always up helping different ranchers, if we hunted on their properties or just helped them fix fences or posted. And so it's just important. It's a little nostalgic for me, and you love the lifestyle, but also it's just, we feel like it's a good way to raise our family.
Yeah, I agree. It's funny because I did not grow up with animals. I mean, we had a dog.
Yeah.
And people laugh at me like, why do you have a farm? And so, but honestly, I have found out about myself that I love animals.
Oh yeah, you're the worst.
I know. It's so funny how you watch all those videos about, like, you start with chickens and it doesn't end there. It's so true.
Chickens are the gateway drug for farms.
Yeah,
and
it's
animals,
exactly what happened to us.
Yeah, Hailee, I joke, but every springtime,
Here, come here.
It's always a little nerve-wracking when I leave for a while, and what animal am I going to come home to? And it's partially a joke and very much true at the same time. And honestly, growing up, I mostly grew up with a dog, and we would raise a cow, some pigs. My older siblings did pigs more than me, but I was a part of that, and for whatever reason, it just stuck with me. I just love that part. So
I do too, and I feel like summertime is a little bit easier to raise animals, and so the kids definitely don't, like, all of us don't have to work as hard with the animals. I mean, our farm we have a lot of maintenance here, and so it's kind of like all hands on deck with weeding and mowing the lawn. They all know how to mow the lawn. All of them know how to weed eat, except for Max.
Yeah.
And it's
He's
not
9.
just like a piece of grass. It's like a mountain
Yeah.
that they're weed eating.
Yeah.
And so they're working hard in the summer. And then in the winter is when it gets pretty rough with the animals because, I mean, we have to feed them in the morning and in the night. And the kids, they feed them at night. And it's like, I mean, they whine and complain and moan about it,
But they do
but
it.
they do it. And they know that, like, they've learned that if they don't feed the animals, they are not going to get taken care of, you know? So
Yeah.
there's something about taking care of another living thing that
Yeah.
is so good for kids.
Yeah. I think the other thing too, especially for like listeners, is our lifestyle. We're really open. Everyone's welcome to our farm. We just want people to come and feel welcome and feel loved. I don't care your walk of life. We just want you to come and feel welcome. And that has bled through. Those of you that know Hailee or have been into the store, that has bled through into the store. So a lot of the stuff around the farm, especially when we first bought it and started it, if we couldn't find the materials from the farm, we didn't build it. So all the little sheds, all the little goat uh, shelters, whatever, we found the wood, the fences, the roofs, everything, and we built it from the farm. So it's not the prettiest, but it means a lot to me, to Hailee, to our kids. And in a lot of ways, that's kind of led over into OnStage. We we bought the business and did it. We did some major, not remodeling, but repurposing and relooks, a new look for the store itself.
Mm-hmm.
And our farm and our lifestyle there has bled into the dance world, which is crazy. They don't seem, you wouldn't think that they you know mix together very well, but they do. In fact, those of you that have been in the store, when you walk in and you see the big OnStage sign right when you enter, that's actually wood built from an old chicken coop that we had here on the farm. So we tore that chicken coop down and we thought, well, we got to use this for something. So we built the sign, and that's what the OnStage sign is now, is our old chicken coop.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
I love it. Honestly, that's my favorite part in the store.
Yeah.
The store is a work in progress and it's come a long ways since we bought it. And I wish we could just remodel the whole thing right now, but it's coming along. And honestly, I love all of its little quirks and,
Yeah.
you know, so it'll get there
Yeah.
one day.
It'll get there.
Yeah. So going back to like our farm life, what lessons do you think our kids are learning from, like, learning here that they wouldn't learn anywhere else? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, that's hard. I think you can learn the same lessons in anything. Like I said, like hard work, you can learn that in any discipline you choose. Dance, sports, farming, taking care of the animals. They're all different. They all have their own different things. But I think it does teach our kids responsibility and a respect for life.
Yeah.
I think it teaches respect for not only animals, but just life in general. Every spring we see it. It's a brand new start. The farm has a lot to do and a lot of animals we got to care for and work for, and new babies. But they love it and it's fun. And you get through spring and fall, and then you survive through winter.
Yeah.
So
One thing that's important to me, and this has always been important, like as I grew up, we didn't have a farm, but food was basically your life source, you know what I mean? And so living on a farm has showed our kids where your food actually comes from. And they've learned firsthand, like with our chickens and the
yep,
eggs, you know, where eggs come from,
yeah.
not just the grocery store, but I mean, obviously sometimes we do have to buy our eggs from the grocery store.
Well,
But
it's helped our kids too with business.
yeah,
So our kids sell their eggs. They built a little farm stand. They sell chopped wood.
yeah,
They sell little coasters that they've made and engraved, burned things on. You name it, right? And
yeah,
so they've learned that, hey, they sell their baby goats.
yeah.
So they learned that if I take care of this and help it and grow, it can benefit me that way too. So
Mhm.
yeah, agreed.
Yeah, learning how to work with your hands and learning where your food comes from and just being dirty, you know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like gardening, learning
yeah,
where our like how plants grow, and
yeah,
that's been fun with our kids
yeah.
because yeah, I love that part, and I hope that they I hope that they love it too. They might not, but I do think they love the fun.
Yeah, they do.
As much as they complain, when we actually do get them to talk about it, they do love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move in to talk a little bit more about OnStage.
Okay.
So in 2023, we bought OnStage from a wonderful couple. And I think it's safe to say that we had no idea what we were getting into.
No idea.
I mean, it's safe to say for me that I had no idea what I was getting into.
Yeah, no idea.
I was like, oh, it's a dance place. I remember this place. Let's do it.
Yeah.
The numbers look great. Let's do it. And we did it. And to be honest, we adopted. I've talked about this before. We got Johnny, so we bought OnStage, and then we got Johnny 2 days later, right?
Yeah. So Johnny was born on the
May
1st.
1st, yeah.
But we weren't able to see him until the 3rd, the day we were able to actually make him part of our family.
Mm-hmm.
And that exact same day is the day we signed the papers on OnStage.
Yeah.
Close.
So I remember, I mean, this feels like 75 years ago. I remember driving to the hospital and bringing my notebook and my computer.
Yep.
And writing passwords down in the hospital room with him. And I just remember literally transferring a business in a hospital room for a whole week, by myself. It was so crazy.
And for the, like I said, we're gluttons for punishment. We didn't choose that. The adoption with Johnny happened fast, really fast. We're so grateful for it.
Yeah.
We didn't know we were going to be able to have Johnny in our home until that day.
Yeah.
That day officially, we did not know. And they called us and said, can you be here in an hour? And we said, absolutely. So
do you remember sitting in the hot tub before we were talking? We were getting a little bit closer to adoption, and we were, talking with the owners of this business of OnStage. Yeah. And I remember you saying to me, are you going to be okay running this business and having a baby? And I remember thinking, yeah, I think, but I do remember feeling oh my gosh, wow. Cause I think we both knew that it was going to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, and we did it. And I mean, it was crazy for me because I've been a stay-at-home mom basically our whole marriage.
Yeah.
I mean, I taught dance for the start of it before we had kids, and a little bit when I was pregnant, and but the business world for me, you've been in business, for a long time, but the business world for me has been so new.
Yeah.
There's been times where I have feel super stuck, and I'm I literally don't know how to move forward. I don't know how to solve this problem, but thank goodness for Google and things like that. And I've learned a lot about myself, and then I've learned that I can do anything when I put my mind to it.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And I'm actually running this business has been extremely fulfilling.
Yeah.
Being a mom has been really fulfilling, but this business side of me that has come out has been really fun to do. And it helps that I'm in a world that I love.
Yeah.
It's been such a huge part of my life, my before our married life, and to bring it back has been so fun for me, especially to do it with you.
Yeah. A new season of your life.
But just set business aside, and you're kind of more familiar with that, with the business world and owning a business, but retail has been very different for both of us.
Yeah.
So what surprised you most about owning a retail business, or what has surprised you?
Oh, wow. I don't know. I think just the whole learning curve with all of it, to be honest. So we got in, the previous owners were amazing. So great. Paul had some health problems though. So they're ability and time to help with the transition for you was limited, and we understand that. It was great. So it really was, a lot of it was just on the job learning.
Yeah.
And I'm the backside, right? So as I'd go through and I'd look at books or have ideas, and yeah, it's just learning. Okay, you're reliant on your vendors,
Hmm.
and you're just so grateful for your customers. The customers are so incredible. But while you're so grateful for both of those, your vendors and your customers, and providing a good quality product for your people or products, that was the biggest thing, by the way. Thousands of different products that you're
Yeah.
keeping track of. Wow. Like, that blew my mind. A little tiny, Main Street business has 10,000 different products in one store. That was a big change for me. The second thing, though, is just how do you serve your customers the best when it's not necessarily a customer,
Hmm.
right? Like, you can say, okay, it's dancers. That's great. It's professional dancers, it's little kids and everything in between, and their parents or their guardians, or but you can't just say, well, it's just dancers. You have all the different types of dancers and everything that they represent and do and the products they need. And everyone just like us. They're just comes from different walks of life. And so you have to sit and think about what is going to bring the best value to hundreds of clients, thousands of clients, and how can we do that at a price that's beneficial to them, that helps them. And to be honest, I mean, side note with that, you've never raised prices unless your vendors told you had to raise prices.
Hmm.
And that's not important. I know a lot of other Main Street businesses and small businesses do that. They care about their customers. But my point is we have to figure out within a certain amount how to take care of and pay our amazing employees, which they
Hmm.
are all amazing. And Hailee and I just love them. Honestly, they're so great. But to then have the clients, the customers, feel that same care that we put into every little detail and be a part of it.
Hmm.
And how do we incorporate what they're feeling, thinking, wanting, asking across thousands of products? If it's one or two products and a customer comes to you and says, hey, could you improve this, or I'm looking for this, it's okay. We can adapt, we can change pretty easily. But with thousands and thousands of customers, it's just a new world. Yeah, is a big learning curve.
Oh, huge. And I feel like we're still learning. Like, I think we will forever be learning.
Yeah.
But my biggest thing with retail has been the product, the
Yeah.
inventory, figuring out what to order, when to order, how much to order.
Yes.
And I mean, in the dance retail world, I mean, you have shoes and all the leotards and things
Yeah.
that they wear, but the point shoes is what
Yeah.
has been the hardest part for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I love ballet and I love point, but the inventory is insane because
Yeah.
every brand has, and we don't need to go into it
Yeah.
because I think we should one day,
Yeah.
but like every single brand has multiple different shoes.
Yes.
And then within those shoes, they have all their different sizes, plus the different widths and the different like hardness of the
Shapes. Yeah.
shanks.
Yeah.
And so ordering those has been really tough for me because I just had to learn it. And to be
Yeah.
honest, you have too,
Yeah.
and so, and thank goodness for our amazing employees that are working with the shoes every day
Yes.
that know them a lot better than I do and that teach me all the time. And so the point shoe inventory has been the hardest for
Yeah.
me. But because it is such an important part of the business,
Yeah.
it has been well worth my time,
Yeah.
and I have very much enjoyed
Yeah.
learning about it.
That actually is a good point. Like, the first year, really 6 months for sure, we relied so heavily on our manager at the time, Ryan.
Mhm.
She was amazing, and she did such a good job. But we just had to rely on her because we didn't know. And then after we had owned the business a year, we dove in. We did a deep study on inventory
Mm-hmm.
and just, I mean, I never knew I would know so much about dance products ever. I never knew I'd know all the, you know, all the different names of all the brands and how they work to a certain point. But we could tell you, okay, this point shoe with this shank and this size is the one that we got to order this much. And we still have curveballs come,
Oh yeah.
you know, oh, we have this, and this, but any business owner can tell you that, and they're probably laughing and saying, yeah, we feel you
Yeah.
on that one.
Yeah. And I mean, I know that all the other dance stores around
Sure.
here and around anywhere, I mean, when companies close
Yeah.
and discontinue products, I mean, and then you have customers that like absolutely love those things, you have
Yeah.
to find something else for them.
Yep.
And so it's tricky, but it's also because I love it so much, it's really fun for me.
Yeah, it's fun. This
Yeah.
onstage is a fun business to be a part of.
Yeah, and our, like, main goal at Onstage really, and just, like, going back to our farm, is we want people to feel welcome and
Yeah.
loved and accepted
Yeah.
and you know what I mean? And when they come into Onstage or around us or Onstage employees or whatever, they're coming to get a problem solved. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm
Whether
listening. You guys are really seeing our life. This is our 2.5-year-old shining the brightest flashlight in the world in my
Yeah.
eyeballs.
anyways, when they come in, they're wanting to get a problem solved.
Yeah.
And so we are going to try our hardest to figure that out for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we want them to be seen and heard. And even if it's something that we don't have for them, we're still going to try to like figure it out.
Yeah.
And so that's like my biggest thing is we just want to help and not leave them hanging.
Yeah.
So
We want that whole community, the dance community, to be better.
Yeah.
Because of something hopefully that we can do or support or uplift. We just yeah, anything that we can be a part of and help, whether it's farming or dancing, we want to make it better for the other people.
yeah, for sure. And to be honest, like with how hard retail is, no matter what it is,
Yeah.
it's the customers and the clients that make it worth it.
Oh yeah.
And the like relationships that
Yeah.
you form and the people that you encounter. And I love hearing about everyone's different walks of life.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
we hear actually really cool things.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I was actually going to say that's kind of the fun thing for me because I don't go into the store often and I don't meet everyone, but it's fun for me. You know, I can walk into the building, the actual onstage store, in my dirty farm boots and go talk to someone that's dancing at Ballet West.
Yeah.
You know, just it feels like they're total opposite ends of the spectrum, and they are in a lot of ways, but we just talk and get to know what's important to each other. And it's been fun for me because whatever differences there seem to be, they're just really not. And like I said, the mixture, the crossover is pretty great, honestly.
Yeah.
And it's fun to see. So yeah, I would agree with that. Your customers are amazing.
Yeah, they are amazing. And the employees, I can't say
Yeah.
that enough. Like the people that work for us
They're
they
the,
make it all happen,
yeah,
you
they're
know?
the best.
So,
Honestly, every one of them.
yeah. But going back to that, what you're saying, like we live on a farm and then we own a dancewear company.
Yeah.
And um the it's just such a drastic difference. And I mean, I'm talking about like we hunt. Our whole
Yeah.
family we're farmers and we hunt.
Yeah.
And then here I am going to like drill team competitions and ballets
Yeah.
and things like that. So it's just I actually love that we
beautiful.
have I don't know. I think some people might think wow, that's crazy, but I just love being in both of those different worlds.
Muck
So,
boots to point shoes.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. It's the best. Okay, so for the past 2 years we've owned Onstage and basically we've been working side by side. I mean, we're here in our office like
Back to back.
back to back. Yep. My desk is over here and basically this is where I run Onstage. And then this is Colton's place, and where he does all the finances and things like that, and runs our other businesses and all of that stuff, and runs our household. um,
You
so
can see it's very run very well.
so we've been working together side by side, growing on stage and our other dreams that we've had since we were kids,
Yeah.
like we were talking about. What has working together taught you about our relationship?
I love it. Honestly, I wouldn't change it. I think it's no surprise, you know, it's nothing of it is a surprise to me. I knew it'd be fine. I knew it'd be great. There's differences, like we had to learn working together every day. We had to learn when enough is enough too. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah.
at some point, because we do love on stage and other businesses, like at some point you have to cut it off. So
Yeah.
you could go from morning till night, but you have to shut that off at some point, because we've got kids and animals and other things we've got to work on and grow and spend quality time with.
Yeah.
So that was a big adjustment, and that's a good thing. It's a good thing that, you know, at some point you're like, okay, we're gonna go and have a date with our kids.
Yeah.
And so that was good. I also think it was no surprise for me of how well you did take over the business and just ran with it.
Yeah.
That was no
Come sit over
surprise
here.
to me. Anybody that knows Hailee and has seen what she's done with our home and the farm and just other things we've done throughout our life, it just always works out, and it just is. It looks good. It functions well. Our family is fairly functionable. We're, you know, but I, yeah, that just wasn't a surprise to me. So what I've learned is it's more of the same,
Mhm.
but that I enjoy it and I love it. And it's really easy for me to just give some ideas to Hailee here and there, and then let her just do it and run it and grow it and make it amazing. And so, yeah, to me, it's fun to be on this side watching and seeing everything you're working on and
Yeah.
seeing you excel and actually like it.
Yeah, I do love it, but actually it's funny because I'm the dancer and you are not. Sometimes I'm like,
I actually am the dancer. I'm a very good dancer, and here in the kitchen, Hailee won't ever record it and show you, but I'm a very good dancer.
but whenever he gives like advice or his ideas, I'm always like, he has no idea. But then when it actually comes down to it, he's always right. And then I'm always like,
That's not true. The only part that's true about that is really with anything in business and ventures or whatever you're working on. Sometimes it's really good to have someone that's way outside of that
yes.
world
Mhm.
to give you a different perspective, and then you apply your knowledge to what they're saying.
Yeah. And
That's really all it is. It's not that you or I are right or wrong. It's just a completely different, way different viewpoint.
yeah.
And then you take that and say, okay, I understand what you're saying. We need to do it this way though.
Yeah.
And that's how
Yeah.
that works.
Yeah. And most of the time it has worked out.
Yeah,
So,
it has.
like, that's one thing, like, that I have learned about our relationship. I mean, I'm gonna go back, like, Colton, we both work from home,
Yeah.
and I was pretty nervous about it at first just because I mean, for how many years I've
A long
just
time.
been home while he was at work, you know what I mean? And I'm able to just do whatever I want, and I can still do whatever I want. But it's different when you're both home working together.
Yeah.
And I was a little nervous, like, oh man, because you're very organized and I am not. And so I was nervous, like, oh man, he's gonna have all these plans and we're gonna structure our whole entire day. And is he okay?
Probably not. It's probably not okay.
He's gonna structure our whole entire day and blah blah blah, all those things. But then, I mean, he does have his day very much structured out, and it's actually helped me a ton learn how to make my lists and do them. And it doesn't have to be perfect; it just needs to get done. You
Yeah.
know, those are the things that I've learned from you with us working together.
Yeah.
And so, it's been so fun working together every day, all day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, spend the
Well,
time that we get to spend together
Yeah.
is just invaluable.
I think to that though too, there's kind of the structure, but sometimes I think where we complement each other in that area is I'll look at something and I have a really big tendency to overanalyze it. And so I can look at it and say, okay, this is good, this is bad, this is where we could go. Anyways, what I was saying is I can overanalyze stuff, and I have a tendency to say, okay, this is what's good, this is what's working, do more of that. This is what's bad, done. Maybe we should do this. And what is amazing for what works with Hailee and I is Hailee is fearless with this. So when I say maybe we should do this, that's Haley's cue, and she just does it. And so they're all calculated risks, don't get me wrong, but Hailee is the one that gets me out of my comfort zone and basically says, okay, let's do it. And she does it. And we just move forward and do it. It's really, really, really easy for me to get behind Hailee and say, just do this. You can do this. You're great. I can talk with anyone and encourage them and see what they're trying to do and see a path forward and be like, yeah, just you really do have this. But when it's yourself and you try to measure that for yourself, it's scary and it's hard.
Yeah.
And Haley's the one in our relationship that says, no, let's just do this. And so the things that we've done, they've worked. And the ones that haven't worked, we fail really fast and we move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
And that's where I'd say we complement each other well, but that we've learned the most of working as a team. Here's how we can do it. Maybe we should do it. You're like, okay, then let's do it. And we do it, and then you make it look good too.
I think we make pretty good business partners.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, we for sure have our differences, and one of the things that I really struggle with is the finance part of the business. I just don't it just doesn't work in my brain, and it does in yours.
To a degree, yeah.
He's always keeping me on track with the finances and helping it, literally reels me in so that the company prospers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I think without you, maybe I'd probably run it into the ground.
No, that wouldn't happen.
But to be honest, I feel like we make a pretty good team.
Yeah. I think we make a good team in business because we are a good team in life.
Yeah.
That's what's good.
Yeah.
And life is fun and life is amazing. Life is so good. People, we have it so good. Just not we, like us as a society. We have life so good. And there's so many hard things and so many tough challenges. And, even the people that will listen to this, they're probably having something bad or hard in their life. But Hailee and I made a decision a long, long time ago that we're just going to be happy.
Yeah.
And that's a conscious decision for us. And we have had lots of hard trials and great trials and stuff that were hard because of our own choosing. But it is just so good. Life is just good.
Yeah.
And we're just happy. Not all the time. We're sad sometimes and we're angry sometimes, but we choose to be happy, and there's so many good things around us that we try to focus on. And that's why I think everything else is good. Business is good, even when it's not.
Yeah, I know. And there's days, like I've said before, that I'm just so down about the business and life in general. And you're always, hey, you know what? There's always something that we can do to make it better.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, I feel like we're a good team.
Yeah.
But what is something that you think couples should talk about before building something together? Whether it's a business, whether it's a life, you know what I mean? Having a family.
Yeah.
Building a home, you know what I mean? Purchasing their first home, whatever. What do you think that couples should talk about before doing something together?
Just be real with each other. Be who you are and talk. So I look back on every major thing we've ever done. We've talked about it, maybe too much, maybe too much.
Okay, just a minute.
we've talked a lot about the farm and OnStage. The farm, when we bought it, it was in ruin.
Mm-hmm.
Like we had friends and family come and look at it, and we had lived in a pretty nice home before, and that we had just built. Actually, it was brand new. And when people came and saw this and the little home that was on here, that was built back in the 60s and falling apart, they literally looked at us and said, "What are you doing? Why are you so crazy?" But we knew, we had talked and said, "Hey, we want our kids to learn this, and this principle or this work ethic. And we feel like this is the best way." And we saw the diamond in the rough. And now we feel like the farm's a beautiful place. And like I said, people come, and we have people here all the time, and they feel comfortable and they can walk around and enjoy it. So I feel like if you go into it with your eyes wide open, talk about it, see the things that are ugly and nasty in front of you, whether that's the actual building or farm or land or whatever, or the things that are ugly and nasty inside of you. Like just be realistic. Your partners, your teams, if you're talking with your partner, you want to be like, "Okay, look, I can look at the finances and I can say, let's try this, but you've got to make it look pretty and work, and you've got to make it happen." And you can do the same back. And if you kind of know your strengths and your weaknesses and talk about it, and then be realistic also as, "Hey, this is going to take some of our time."
Yeah.
And where are we going to pull that time from?
Yeah.
Right? We all
Pause.
Okay. So what I was saying is, we all have the same 24 hours.
Yeah.
Right? And you hear about, like, if you get on Instagram and you follow anyone that's self-help or gurus, they say the same thing. So it's cliche. I get it. But we all have the same 24 hours. So I think if you talk as a partnership in your marriage, in your work, in your businesses, in your whatever you're working on, I think if you just are realistic and say, "Okay, this is going to take, we think, this amount of time." And by the way, if it's a business or anything, I would just double the amount of time you think it's going to take just to be realistic. And then say, where are we pulling that from?
Yeah.
Right? And if you can do that, then you're not going to start arguing over little petty things.
Yeah.
Like, "Well, I thought you were going to watch Johnny this day or this." No, we talked about this and we organized it. So yeah, we got the basics covered. Our kids are surviving and alive. And then we have our non-negotiables. We're not going to give up time with our family, especially really important things.
Yeah.
Kids are moving on, they're graduating, their sports games or whatever. Those are non-negotiables. We do not miss those.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not giving up time with my kids for this, or this. And I think if you can go into anything you're working on with that kind of mentality, but more importantly, have your core values that you're not going to ruin or break for any reason, then you're fine.
Yeah.
We just know, for us, our family is the most important. And building off of helping others and hopefully being kind, we're not giving those up.
Yeah.
And so if you don't let your business or your whatever you're working on change you,
Mm-hmm.
obviously it's going to change your habits and change you to be a better person, hopefully, right? But if it doesn't let you change your core values, we have our top 3 things that we have always had, and maybe we're going to talk about that. But if you keep a goal in mind and you're focused on something and you let these other things build you up to that, then you're not going to struggle. You're going to struggle, but you're not going to hate each other.
Yeah.
You're not going to be at each other's throats constantly.
Yeah. I think something that we've tried, and it's hard, like it has to be a conscious thing.
Yeah.
And that is whether it's with your spouse or with your business partner or a friend or whatever it is, whatever it is that you're working on, you have to set aside times where you're not talking about the business.
Yes.
Or where you're not talking about your children, or where you're not talking about whatever it is.
Yeah.
And just like do fun things together. You know what I mean? And remember why you even liked each other in the first place,
Yeah.
And I feel like that, like, you do have to, and you can't always be talking about business.
Yeah.
or like that's why I say we're always talking about your kids and all the things that's going on with your kids, because you lose the sense of like why you even liked each other.
Yeah.
And that I'm not just saying just with like a marriage, but like even with a friend,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you do have to do things that take your mind off of the work,
Yeah.
so that you
Yeah.
can be happy. Like that's,
Yeah.
I mean, it's so important to have fun and spend quality time not working.
Yeah. I think if you're going to do anything with people, family, friends, especially say like in the business world, that is critical.
Yeah.
You've got to make sure that your relationships are first and foremost always.
Yeah.
And if something creeps in, especially something as silly as money, like then it's not worth it.
No.
Period.
Yeah.
Period. Okay.
So it's a new year, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about goals.
Perfect.
So goals have been a huge part of our life, of our married life. Um, Colt, I want you to talk a little bit about how you set your goals,
Okay.
and more importantly, how you keep them.
Huge. Okay. So goals are huge. Hailee and I, to piggyback off of what she said. So we have 3 main goals that we call them our lifetime goals. And we use those as our decision-making ultimatum.
Mm-hmm.
So when things pop up in our life, we need to do something or we want to do something, we basically say, how does that get us closer to these 3 main goals? And if it doesn't, many times we just don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
If it does, we've tried to figure out a way to make it happen, right? And this started right out the gates of our marriage, basically. And we do it differently now a little bit, but what we used to do is we'd write our main goals, tape them onto our mirror in the bathroom. So every morning or every night we saw them, we thought about them, we worked on them. And all of those original goals, by the way, we've hit.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. Excuse me. But so that's kind of how we did it as a couple. And we continue to do that. We, hopefully it's not like a checklist. It's more of a developing into the people we want to be.
Yeah.
So when I look at a goal, I always look at why do I want that particular goal? And I base it off of 5 areas, essentially. I do physical, spiritual, and I lump mental and emotional together simply because I'm not trained enough to distinguish the two too well. So I try to do things that help me be better mentally and emotionally, keep a balance there. Okay. So I try to have goals in 5 areas. Basically, I have physical goals, spiritual goals, mental, emotional, and like I was saying, but I'll say it again. My mental and emotional goals, I combine those together mainly because I can't distinguish the two too much. I'm not trained well enough in those areas to say, do a full course on psychology, for example. So I just try to keep what I can be mentally healthy and emotionally balanced the best I can. And then I do social goals. And my 5th one is financial goals. And the financial goals for us are so that we can, support and grow our children and teach them work habits, all of the above. But for example, some of them aren't necessarily measurable.
Yeah.
Social, one of the goals that I've had for a couple years, and I'm actually going to run with it this year too, is I never want to leave a room unaffected. I want to make sure that I have or can try to have some impact, positive impact. And I don't do that all the time, right? But I want to make sure, if nothing else, when I go into a room, people feel comfortable.
Yeah.
So I think of the goals that I want to set, but what I do is I say, okay, really that goal that I'm developing is to hit our lifetime goals. So what habits do I need to develop in order to do that?
Yeah.
So a physical goal, that's an easy one. That's an easy one to say, okay, well, I know I need to wake up because we have a lot of kids. They're going to school at different times. I've got to wake up at this time and I've got to exercise for this long. And I just have to structure it so that I can develop that habit after, a few weeks. Now it's a habit and I can't live without that. We do the same with all of our other things. So that's how I set it, is how can I develop the habits to set those goals? And then in order for me to stay on track with it, I journal.
Yeah.
I write every day, and I could go into what I do. I've done this now pretty much every day, right? Like I'm pretty disciplined in that.
Yeah.
But for the last, I'd say almost 20 years, I've done pretty much every day. And what I'll do is I'll do a weekly goals and talk about what I want to do. Then at the end of the week, I recap it and say what I did or didn't do. And when I don't accomplish everything I tried to do for the week, I don't beat myself up. I just talk about what can I do next week to do that.
Yeah.
So does that answer your question a bit?
Yeah, I do. Like I do not journal. I am terrible at it. I did as a kid, and talked about, Dear Diary, I love Colton McSwain. Really, that's what my journals were.
Oh yeah, as a kid, mine were too.
Today Colton broke up with me, or today I broke up with Colton.
She broke up with me a lot.
Stuff like that. But I just don't journal. You know what I mean? I feel like I just don't have a ton to say. But I do every once in a while will write down, some things just that you have taught me. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But you are so awesome at journaling. And I think it has helped you become the person that you are. Because in your journal, I wanted to get into how you journal.
Yeah.
But I don't think we have that much time.
Sure.
But in your journal, one thing that I've talked about this before is there's something about writing things down, writing your goals down. There is, like, in your business and your personal life and whatever that you're trying to accomplish, if you are just thinking about it, there's not much you're going to be doing about it.
No.
You know what I mean? Obviously thinking about it is going to help, but there is just something about writing it down that helps it to, it just like solidifies it almost.
Yes.
And not just one time. Writing it down so that you can see it, and writing it down every day. If that's something that you really want to do, write it down. And that is so cool because you do that every single day. You'll talk about the things that you want and what you want to become and things like that. But one thing I've noticed with you is when you want to become something, you don't just say, I want to be, you say, I am.
Yes.
And so you're literally in your brain, not tricking yourself, but telling yourself that you are this, whether it's I am a good dad, or I am a good husband, or I am a disciple of Christ, or whatever it is like that. You are actually becoming that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's something really powerful in that.
Yeah.
So
there's a science behind it. I'm not smart enough to explain that. But I think if you do write that, and just every day you write who you want to become, or the many hats that you wear as a dad, as a father, as a husband, as a partner, as a spouse, as a whatever, as a dancer, then you'll just slowly start to become it, because your brain is like, that's who I am.
Yeah.
That's who I am. And then the second part that I try to do, so I usually rotate the days, right? But at least 3 times a week, I like to get a blank piece of paper and just write what I'm grateful for.
Yes.
Don't have any preconceived ideas of what I'm going to write. I just start writing. And that is such an amazing thing. And none of this I came up with.
No.
I've just taken this from people, and smarter people than me, and mentors or whatever, and applied it. And it has made all the difference in the world. And anybody out there, if you're trying to get into some prestigious dance school, if you're trying to start a business, if you're trying to survive with your little kids, find the time to write it down. Brain dump your stresses and your problems and your trials, get it on paper, get it out of your mind, clear up that mental capital, and then start writing what you are going to be. And you will become it. It's crazy. It sounds like some voodoo thing, but it works, and it just clears a path for you. And it also makes your brain think, who can I talk to that can help me?
Yeah.
Now it's clear in my mind who can help me. So journaling is a big deal. I love it.
And And also writing down what you're grateful for and
Yes.
remembering what you're grateful for. I think that is such a huge part of
Yeah.
life is just we all this is human tendency. I think we all feel like, woe was me. I had the
Yeah.
worst year. This today sucked,
Yeah.
just stuff like that. And I do that all the time.
Yeah.
But the second I start remembering what I'm grateful for and noticing the little things
Yeah.
around me, like even if it's just something simple, like I'm so grateful for this can of Coke.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
or I know that that's really stupid, or something more significant like the sunset. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And just remembering, like, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful. And there are all these little things that are good that have
Yeah.
happened to me. And then that outweighs the bad things
Yeah.
when you start recognizing the good
Yeah.
things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know it's hard, but like we said before, happiness is a conscious decision. So you have to like force yourself to think about the
Sure.
good things when you're having a hard time. And it really does help to lift your spirits.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it helps you because of it when you're doing the I am and you're saying it.
Yeah.
Now you know who you are or who you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
And tell yourself who you actually want to be. See yourself and what you want to do and become. And then when you do the gratitude stuff, you see where you're at and you realize how much you are actually blessed with,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And how lucky we all are. And you know, I've talked to people that are in bad situations, bad health, bad whatever it might be, and they still find things that they're grateful for and it just changes everything.
Yeah.
And I think it combats one major thing that's just sick in our society now, and that's comparison.
Yes.
It brings it back to who you want to become and trying to be better and being grateful for what you have instead of comparing to what you see on social media or around you or your neighbor. Comparison is the thief of joy.
Yes.
And we all do it at some point or another. And, maybe if you use it as that person is so awesome, I want to be like them, that could be a great measuring tool. But if you're hell bent on I will be that or nothing,
Yeah.
you're just missing the journey.
Yeah. I think so too.
You're just missing it. And joy just flees.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And that kind of ties into another thing that I wanted to talk about. Like, I feel like dancers are, they're, you can't get away from comparison. I mean,
Yeah.
dancers are stuck in a room with other dancers and you're constantly comparing each other.
Yeah.
Yourself to other people, and even teachers compare you to other dancers.
Yeah.
So from the start, it's actually kind of a downfall. And so I do think as a dancer, you do have to remember just what you just said.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be like this person, but you can't compare yourself because everyone is different. Everyone is individual. Everyone has different body types.
Yep.
Everyone learns differently. You
What
know
are
what
you
I
doing it
mean?
for? Are you doing it for you or are you doing it for someone else?
Yes.
And that takes a long time. I was talking to someone just a couple weeks ago and it's like, I'm at the point in my life where I just don't care. I want to be happy with the people I love and helping others. And if I look stupid in a podcast because of all the various reasons why I might look stupid, so be it.
Yeah.
But if there's one thing that I say that helps someone, then great.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. If nothing else, it's been a chance for me to reflect on, oh, wow. Yeah, that's helpful for me and you, And so who are you doing it for?
Yeah.
Do it for you. Do it to better you so that you can help the next person next to you.
Yeah.
Right. We've got to do the very best we can personally and take care of ourselves so that we can help the people next to us.
Yeah. Yeah. So as a dancer, I feel like setting goals is important.
Yeah.
And I mean, not just with like your physical dancing, but even just with like personally and what do you want to do with your dancing? Like what for? I think is somebody told me like why, like you're saying, why do you do what you do? Whether it's dancing, sports, running a business, whatever, like what for? What are you doing it for? and who are you going to help? You know what I mean? Because if you're not going to help someone else, then what's the point?
What's the point?
So as a dancer and setting your goals, obviously you're going to set those goals like, okay, I I want to get my flat splits right and left, And so what am I going to do to get that, and what's going to help me along the way?
Yeah.
And then how am I going to help somebody else?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do the same thing that's facing the challenges that I did.
Yeah.
And then, or I need to get this fouette sequence for my drill team routine or something, and I can't do it. Like, what goals are you going to set to do it? And then how are you going to help somebody else do the same thing?
I think if you have your why, your core reasons, like we have our 3 main goals we've talked about. But I think if you have your why, and there's books on this all over the place, and for the most part, they're all succinct. Some have different approaches, but really, if you have your why do I want this? And it's okay if it's because it makes me happy and I just want to do it for me. That's okay. It's not selfish.
No.
Because along the way, you're going to learn certain things that when the next person comes, you're a senior on the drill team and you got the little sophomores coming in, you're going to tell them, hey, you should do this because you've been there.
Yeah.
That's how all of us have learned, is through our own experience and then learning from other people.
Yeah.
And so, your why, how are you going to do it? And then what are you going to do with that? I'm going to be the best dancer that I can be. And as someone that's not in the dance world, you did your summer project this year where you had all the dancers here at the farm, and we're there sitting there watching, making, moving animals or whatever. And I'm looking at individual dancers and just flown away like, wow, this is incredible. But I'm not sitting there comparing each of these dancers. I'm just amazed that all these individual athletes are coming together and making this whole giant conglomerate of dance, And so from an outside perspective, just seeing these, the summer one was all girls, but seeing these girls just put their heart and soul into it and loving it, that inspired me to be like, okay, wow, it was 2 worlds combined.
Yeah.
Number one, you choreographed one of them. Another, I forget her name, she choreographed and it was amazing. So 2 different dances. But then they were all welcomed onto our farm to do this dance. So we had everyone, the 2 worlds we love, together. And it wasn't, we didn't get paid for it. They didn't get paid for it. It wasn't anything like that. It was simply just to hopefully make people happy.
Yeah.
And to bring some awareness to the choreographers, the art of dance. We just need art in this world, period.
Yeah.
And that's amazing. And then for them to just showcase their talents.
Yeah.
And it was inspiring as someone that doesn't know all the dance moves, the names, everything, to just see that. And I wasn't there saying, oh, well, this girl did this better than this. I was just looking at it and taking it all in. So I think if we could really just master our own self-craft, not worry about the next person other than lifting them up, right?
Yeah.
Helping them, but not comparing ourselves, you're just going to be fine and your goals are going to come together.
Yeah. Yep. You look at dancers that have like risen above in today's world, and they're not always the most flexible or the most technical dancers. I mean, I always think about Tyler Peck. She's a ballerina in New York, and she's amazing. I mean, but she doesn't have like the incredible extensions like some dancers do, but her technicality and love for what she does shines through.
Yeah.
And she literally is probably one of the most celebrated and talked about and interviewed and ballet dancer right now.
Yeah.
In today's world. And I guarantee you that she sets goals.
Yeah.
And she puts her mind to it, and she is not perfect. Like I'm trying to say, she's not perfect, and she's amazing. And so
I would say the other thing too is just, she probably just does it.
Yeah, she just does it. Yeah.
Right?
And she doesn't care.
Write your goals down, think about it. But if you just write them down and you do nothing, it doesn't, just do it. If you have the thought, if you have the intuition, if you have the whatever you want to call it, the desire, then just do it.
Yeah.
I know you talked about this before, but this podcast, I was pushing Hailee to do this because I think it can help the dance community down the road. The people that have been on this are amazing. I've learned so much. You'll have a setback this week, but other than that, like, you have so many amazing people on, but we're hoping to highlight more and more people, everyday people that have made it big in the dance world, people that run businesses, because we want more light on this community to uplift and help everyone, right?
Yeah.
But you didn't want to do it forever. I could push and say, yeah, do it. But it wasn't until we wrote down the actual, okay, we're going to have this person, we're going to try to talk about this. And we had like 50 different things. You finally just said, okay, I'm just going to do it.
Yeah.
And man, we have had a lot of headaches figuring it out, and it's not perfect. And we have a 2-year-old that walks in, but we just do it.
Yeah.
And if you just who cares if you look stupid?
Yeah.
Just do it. Just move forward. And if you make the wrong decision, then fail fast and
get up and do it again.
Do the next
better.
thing. Yeah.
Do something else.
Exactly.
So I know we don't have a ton of time left, but like, you need to leave like right now, right?
Pretty soon. Yeah.
So as we look ahead to 2026, it's the start of the new year. It's always so exciting. What are you most excited about for our family and for on stage and for the dreams that we're still building right now?
Yeah. Honestly, I'm excited about the same thing that I said at the start of 2025 is this year's going to be the best year. And this year was awesome.
Yeah.
And so hard.
Yeah.
And so many setbacks, but it was amazing. And I just am grateful for another chance to do it again.
Yeah.
The fact that we woke up today and we could do this podcast, and we knew that Johnny would be running in and out. If it were up to me, I'd probably say, I have said, let's stop and just redo this later, but we won't. We'll keep it.
Yeah.
You guys could see. But the fact that we can have these chaotic moments turn into something so amazing, that's what I'm excited for.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see OnStage grow. We're going to do big things. We did the scholarship last year where we were able to give it to that high school in Summit County. Summit County. Who knows where this year's will be? That's a small way we can give back, and hopefully that takes off and we can do more and more and more. We're going to have business growth, but more so that means that we get to interact and help more people.
Yeah.
And the interacting with all these new people that we're meeting, and like you said, our employees, that I enjoy it. And I know our employees are going to hear this, if they even listen to it, roll their eyes and like, oh man, when they come in, we just want them gone because they mess stuff up. But we really appreciate them and just love hearing their ideas.
Yeah.
And they're younger, and so to hear their dreams and to be like, hey, do it.
Yeah.
Like, actually do it. We've all had those people, and now we're kind of in a role that we can say that to people.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that. Hailee and I kind of are on another adventure on the side where we have a little bit of land that we're trying to develop and do some more farming and ranching, and hopefully we'll get to take some of you guys there in the future. And we just want people, again, to feel comfortable, to feel loved, and to do good. We just want to do good.
Yeah.
And it's always worked out for us in the past. When we try to do good and hopefully keep our hearts in a good place, it's always worked out. And so that's what I'm excited about. I'm excited for another chaotic, busy year working with you.
Me too. I am too. I love it. Okay, we're going to do a quick lightning round.
Let's do it.
So, okay, but you have to say the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
And it has to be short answers, not
short
long.
answers. I will. I have just noticed, as a side note, we started here and now we've just turned here.
I know, because we're talking to each other. Okay.
So anyways, okay, lightning round. Let's do this.
Okay, so if I disappeared for an entire day, where would I be? Where do you think I would be?
In the garden.
Okay, if you disappeared for an entire day, where would you be?
At the ranch.
Yeah, at the ranch. That's exactly what I was going to say. Okay, who is more stubborn?
Wow. Depends on the area. Sometimes it's me, sometimes it's you. I'm calling 50-50 on that.
Okay, I agree with that, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, who is messier?
I'm calling 50-50. Sometimes I'm way more organized with the outdoor stuff or things, And then our house is absolutely beautiful and immaculate, but then you'll have your piles of work in
Yeah.
certain places. So
Yeah.
50-50.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, Colts, you're actually a very clean man. You're a clean person. And so I think I would say that I'm more messy, but it's an organized mess.
Yeah.
Like he always says that I have my piles, and it's true. Like I just kind of pile things places so that the main places look good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
To-do piles.
Yes. And then I never do them.
Yeah. That's not true.
Okay. What's one thing you never thought you'd know this much about with onstage?
Point shoe
Yeah.
sizes and different shanks, stiffnesses, hardnesses and stuff. I know a lot about that.
And you thought you never knew. Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew you were going to say that too.
Yep.
Okay. If onstage had a mascot, what would it be, or who would it be?
Oof.
Mm.
Well, our motto, our slogan is keeping you on stage. So I don't know.
Maybe we should do a poll where people tell us what our mascot should be. And
Yeah.
we can have a mascot.
Yeah. It'd be Johnny.
Johnny.
Our
yeah.
mascot would be our 2.5-year-old that keeps
I
us busy.
actually agree.
Okay, one sec.
Okay. What is your favorite color?
Red or black.
Okay. What's your favorite song of all time?
Oh, of
One
all
song.
time?
Yep.
I love music. We play music a lot. Like we
Our
play
family
instruments.
listens to music.
We play instruments
all the time.
and we listen. Yeah. But I'm going to have to just say, I honestly don't know if it's my favorite of all time, but I Owe You One Galaxy by the Ataris because that was Hailee and I's song in junior high and high school.
Yep.
So that's my
true.
go-to.
Okay. I love that song. Who's your favorite artist of all time?
That's just music artists or any art. Yeah.
Music artist.
That's tough.
Don't do that. Come here.
That's tough for me too. I actually used to really love Bob Dylan, and not necessarily for his voice and stuff, just everything he wrote and accomplished and stuff there. But yeah, I'll say Bob Dylan for right now.
Okay. All right. What's your favorite family tradition? Like our family.
Honestly, two things. Spring break is usually us working around the farm, just getting it ready. And I just love being able to be down in the lower field, having a fire going, talking and hanging out with this madness. Oh, and every year we do a trip in Idaho, the last, sometime in June, July, and August. And that's just always a very simple, fun vacation.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. Last question. What is something you're really proud of in our life together?
Our kids. Despite him wanting a new movie, a new Miss Rachel right now, just being with our kids and seeing what they're turning into. They're all hard workers. They're generally they're pretty happy.
Yeah.
And most of the time they're respectful. But I'm proud of our kids. I'm happy for them. And I think that that's a reflection of our relationship.
Yeah, I do too. I agree with that. I'm proud of our kids too. Yeah. Well, thanks, babe. Thanks for being on the Keeping You OnStage podcast.
Happy to be here.
Okay, well, you're going to end it and you just need to say happy dancing.
So I've worked my entire life to be on this podcast with Hailee. This is a dream come true. I'm so excited for this year and all the guests. And I hope that all of you keep working hard, set goals, find yourself to be happy this year and healthy and wise, and whatever you set out to do, I hope you accomplish. Mostly, I just hope you're happy, even in the hard times, and happy dancing.
Thanks for listening to the Keeping You OnStage podcast. Join us every week for new stories and inspiration. Until next time, remember, we're here to keep you inspired, keep you motivated, and as always, keep you on stage. Happy dancing! Like this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Say something.
Howdy.
Okay, it's recording.
Great.
My cup is showing.
Mine is too. I'm ready to go though, because I have my Coke Zero.
Me too. All right. You ready for this?
Let's do this. I've been waiting for this my entire life.
To be on our podcast?
On your podcast, yes.
I know you have, babe. Johnny, what in the world?
Uh-oh.
What did you get?
No, that's Vicks. That's great. No, not lotion, Vicks.
I mean, we got off to a great start here. Hey, Johnny, do you want a popsicle? Do you want a popsicle? Okay. What color? Yellow? Bye, Pooter. Come show me a popsicle. Which one do you
Hailee's
want?
going to cut all this out, so I'll just keep talking.
Huh?
Got my Coke Zero.
What color?
Sitting in our home office. That
Blue?
was Johnny. He's
Which one?
so fun. But he's
Purple?
he's very busy. How about that? We'll say that.
Take it out to the
we're trying
kitchen
to
and I'll
fill
open
in.
it.
We actually did want to do a podcast, I guess, for a while.
Let's go get you a bag.
It's going to be crazy because we don't have anyone here to watch Johnny. So you get a sneak peek of our actual lives. She can add this to a blooper reel afterwards.
That's cool. Vicks everywhere. Hey, eat your popsicle.
Oh, our lives are so amazing. We have the best lives in the world.
Come listen to your music and eat your popsicle.
Constantly.
Your popsicle's right there.
Come over here and say hi to the pewter. Right here.
You have to come sit in my microphone.
Sit right
come
here.
over here.
Sit right here. Say hi, pewter.
Hi, Pluto.
Okay. You gonna go watch your show?
Oh, you should go eat your popsicle. And our doorbell's ringing. It's probably that guy. He's coming to service the generators.
Oh my gosh. Should we stop this
No.
and come back?
No, because
You guys this is our life. You know, to run a ranch. That's a new venture, I'm sure.
Hi there. Good morning. Do you want me to open the garage for you?
We have a couple
Okay.
different businesses. We run out of here. Small
Okay,
businesses.
sounds good.
Kids.
Awesome. Thank you so
animals.
much.
Life is full.
Okay, sounds good. Let me know if you need anything. Watch out, bud. I gotta go open the garage for him.
Nope, don't touch that. Hey, don't touch that. Don't touch that. You gotta stay down so it doesn't get ruined. Okay, I'll hold it. Don't touch. You say hi?
All right, let's do this, babe. We're pushing through.
We are?
Yep.
Okay. So I can look at it and say, okay, this is good, this is bad, this is where we could go.
What are you doing?
Sorry.
Get down.
Johnny's climbing something.
You can't be up there, Kate.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Let me fill those with water. Don't worry, he was just on the counter in the cupboards.
Oh, that's good. We may need to redo this whole thing, honestly. Pause.
Your turn. Why don't you come?
Let me see.
Quit taking the lid off.
I actually am going to have to leave here soon.
I know. Let's be fast.
Hey, you have to be nice. Can you watch the show? Okay, I'm going to try Miss Rachel for a minute.
Do you want to watch Miss Rachel or Baby Shark? Baby Shark, Dad.
Okay.
Turn it down a little.
That's
Sweet.
going to be a rough one, babe.